What's good with y'all? This is some sad news, man. In the year 2020, in the 2020s, one thing that I noticed, every YouTuber is always getting exposed. It's either a YouTuber or a streamer getting exposed. We went from EDP, Dr. Disrespect. Now we got somebody very most loved. Everybody loves this man. And this is a new guy that's getting exposed. Before we get it begin, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe so you don't end up like one of these weirdos. My guy CoreyxKenshin got exposed. Look at this. So it looks like my man got exposed for some crazy things, man. And mind y'all, I love Corey. Everybody loves Corey. Them gaming videos hit. But his career is over. It's done. It's done. He can't play that little kitty image no more. We found out he's a weirdo. He's done. He's trending on Twitter. He's done. He's done. No more CoreyxKenshin. No more of that childish shit. You gotta explain yourself, Corey, to all these kids. All these kids, you gotta explain yourself. This shit. Look at this shit.
I'm still on.
So it's a woman that's claiming, right? He's abusive, manipulative. I don't know how the fuck to say it. Manipulative. And he did some weirdo shit while she was drunk.
Then I woke up again and it was awful.
Did you watch me sleep? Did you watch me sleep?
This is sad, bro. We all love Corey.
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
It's over. He said he did some shit while she was asleep.
What?
I'm sorry. I just got this fetish that I do. You know.
What?
I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
What'd you do, Corey?
Just don't worry about it.
Corey?
It's over, man.
Corey, what did you do?
Do nothing. Look, this camera out of my face. I didn't do anything.
And then she got a whole bed. So this is fucked and man, a bit like this why motherfuckers gotta have NDAs, shit like this. But if you getting exposed for weirdo shit,
He did something, and I'm gonna find out
damn.
on the next episode of
Dragon Ball Z, where you going with this?
Like this is weird. There's a bed right here.
Bacon avocado.
I dated Corey Kenshin, and he hurt me really bad. And I'm not the only one.
Damn, it's like this is crazy. And she's claiming that he did some weirdo shit to other women and shit. And I heard there's 3 parts to this. Let me find the 3 parts, man. I'm about to go to TikTok. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. We finna watch all these parts. There's DMs, all types of shit, man. I heard that he was talking to the bit on Xbox. Hey, I ain't talking to nobody on PlayStation, Xbox. Hinge is the closest thing you're gonna get to me. But Xbox, Corey? Come on, man. Oh, the cam moving everywhere. What the fuck? Keep your ass right here, nigga. Alright, now let's get into these DMs, bro. Let's get into these videos she made. She made videos on this motherfucker too, bro. Come on, bro. Let's check all this out. Alright, we got the first TikTok. There's 3 parts. So it says, Dear Corey, I didn't want to do this, but I owe you my silence. Let me mute this bitch because it's copyrighted. So she made 3 TikToks on 3 parts. You on my side. There's no clean way to start. Just my family weight in my chest. While the world kept applauding someone who never showed up for me. What the fuck? I was never a part of your world publicly. You made sure I stayed close, just far enough to be invisible. Your followers eat up the whole man of faith image you push, but faith without basic decency isn't faith, it's branding. So he's a fake, bro. He's a fake God of Christ. So all that stuff you be talking about God and shit, it's a mask. No way. You talk about devotion, but act like hurting people in private doesn't count. That's not devotion. That's hypocrisy. You fooled a lot of people, but not me. Damn, this bitch going in. When I met you, I was at one of my lowest points in my life. I was still healing, still trying to remember how to love myself. After going so long without it, I had to put all my love nowhere. Put it for a moment. Your attentions made me feel seen, like maybe I wasn't invisible anymore. Damn. So he act like he ain't had no girl. Even writing this now has me crying so hard I can barely breathe. The pain still lives in my body. Like it just happened yesterday. I'm writing this because I still care. I'm writing this because I've cared so much in silence. Damn. You ghosted me not because you were confused, but you teach me a lesson. You made me feel like I had to shrink just to reply. Every move was calculated, even if I couldn't see it then. She going deep. I've never seen nobody expose CoreyxKenshin. So you know this shit getting real. Anytime I try to speak up, you twist it into something wrong with me. And I sat alone, replying to every word, breaking myself apart, just trying to make sense of it. They were out here calling you a positive role model. So he was lying about his image? They'll never know how many nights I cried quietly in my pillow trying to convince myself it wasn't that bad, just so I wouldn't to admit how deeply it broke me. You never showed up when it mattered. You only came when it was convenient. You wanted something when it was easy. But when I needed care, support, the bare effing minimum, you vanished. So he disappeared. Bro, this is getting deep. That was your punch. Solid. Disappearing like affection was something I had to earn. Like loving you too loudly meant I needed to put in my place. She going, bro, I'm reading all this shit. This spot going, she going in. You treated my body, my heart, my time like you were things you could sleep. You retrieved whenever you suited me. Like I only existed when you needed to feel wanted. God damn. You made sure your absence cut deeper than presence. Ever comfort. And the worst part, that kind of damage takes effort. So congratulations. And then you came to, she got so many, well, how many slideshows she got? The fuck? And then came to subtitle jabs. Once you asked if you wanted to know how much you made, I said no because I didn't care. I never depended on anyone. I worked hard my whole life and made my own money, okay? But still, you made me feel small for the job I had. Damn, Corey, you shitting on people with McDonald's jobs and shit? Just for not living up to your standards. Goddamn, I never asked your money, your platform, your help, any of it. I didn't want what you had. I just wanted to be treated like I mattered, like a human effing being. But not even that. I felt like too much for you. It probably bothered you that it wasn't impressed that I didn't melt for your image, your ego, your self-importance, that I saw right through you and still gave you a chance to be real. But the version that I care, you can easily care. He never effing exists. And then you came one grand effing gestured, flowers, candy, teddy bears, and a card. The first thing you ever bothered to give me, the last thing that I felt remotely real. The card said, name me, the way I feel about you is real. You are so wonderful, so gentle and kind. Not to mention SEAM. I miss you and I hope this puts a big old smile on the pretty face. C. It felt like maybe something was different for a split second. So I guess he got her a card because she felt like this nigga wasn't treating her like she was a real person, and he felt like she felt like he didn't care about her. So he brought her a card with teddy bears and candy. Okay, this is getting deep. It felt like maybe something was different. For a split second, I let it crack from my armor. I let myself believe in you. When you called that night and poured out a heart to heart, said, I made a lot of mistakes, but you were never one of them. I effing cried because even after everything, I still wanted to believe you were capable of being good to me. Dang, he'd be treating her like shit. What the fuck? Then the next day, someone told me they saw you in California with another girl. I already knew you were going. You told me that part. But you never said you were going with. So I assumed it was your family. That's how it always with. I never really knew what you were doing. Just pieces you decided to share. So he cheated on her with another female, brought her cards. This nigga Corey fucked up. See, these rich motherfuckers be putting on the mask. Y'all gotta be careful with these little kitty ass niggas, man. They grown ass men at the end of the day. So this is crazy. All I asked calmly the way was anyone seeing someone. I'm not the type to pray or get jealous or overthink, but when details don't add up, I pay attention. But you snapped at me. You said it was your sister that got defense. I wasn't accusing you of. I just wanted the truth, but your reaction said everything, even it really was your sister. The guilt always slipped out before you could cover. You always gave yourself away and ghosted me again. Damn, bro. Do you know what kind of pattern does someone? It rewires your nerve. It teaches you not to trust, not to believe kindness. That something feels like it's probably a setup. That was real, not sweet, funny persona. You flashed on camera just a selfie image, obsessed coward who cared more about looking good and being good. You couldn't even stay in the same room as your own consequence because your accountability doesn't get you likes, right? I spent so long asking what was wrong with me, wondering how could I show up with a whole heart. Damn, so he just puts on an image. Y'all gotta be aware. A lot of these rich motherfuckers put on an image. A lot of rich people put on an image. Don't mean that they who they are on camera, bruh. You know, a lot of people. If you see somebody acting have a certain character on camera, bro, does not mean how they are in real life. I hope y'all know that shit. So, this what she's saying. I believe it. I don't think she's lying about anything. Cause, shit, I could believe if CoreyxKenshin was moving how she was moving. Quieter, easier to love, but the truth is, I was never asking for too much. I just wanted pouring someone who never planned anything back. You knew how badly I wanted to be loved, so you breadcrumbled just enough affection to keep me hoping, then called me crazy for wanting more. And still, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Every time I let your excuse rewrite the truth, just wouldn't hurt a little less. I held your chaos, your love, because all I ever wanted was your offer. Wait, this a rewind or the same shit? But that's the part. Wait, I kept handing out chances, kept trying to make sense of the hurt, keep believing maybe there's something good in you worth holding on to. That's the part of me, but everything after that, that's all you. Damn, bro. This was just the beginning, and part 2 comes late tonight. What's part 2? Damn, this part 2? It gets worse? What the fuck? Damn, Corey? Part 2, where it gets worse. And then came the Xbox man. It wasn't even what you said. It was how casually you said it. Like nothing you done had ever left a scar. Like you hadn't already shattered me once and just gotten bored. I ain't gonna lie. CoreyxKenshin, nigga, you sending messages on Xbox. That's some different type of riz right there. This nigga sending Xbox messages and shit. Any motherfucker sending Xbox messages is a smooth motherfucker. But I'm never doing that shit. That's not player. So I guess it's the girl. She said this. Okay, so what's up, Corey? Hey guys, you still seeing someone? Why'd you ask that? Bo goes, I'm trying to F your life up some more. What? Corey, you really saying this shit? What the fuck? Corey, that was a joking G's. I was just asking. Never heard you curse before. That's why it threw me off. Like it was funny, like it was cute. As the pain you caused the first time wasn't real. The confusion, the trauma, the effing aftermath, all I just a joke. Now that you were bored again. My chest locked up. I wasn't even surprised. Just feared you still had the audacity to crawl back in like you were welcome. Like I let you ruin me again for your own entertainment. Damn. You didn't come back to make things right. You came back because you're effing with me. Made you feel powerful. Because you knew I used to let you in. Because you could count on me to damage. You counted on me to make me soft. Because you thought I'd be too broken to bite back. Corey. This is what Corey said in Xbox. Because I wanted you. Damn, he sound like he's a manipulator. He made it seem like he wanted her, but he just using her to fuck her head up. That's some evil shit, y'all. Don't be a manipulator, bro. You know, that's not right to move like that. It's very evil to be manipulative, evil, get in people's head, and just be using them. Because I wanted you. Wanted me how? Like, I like how I had you. Corey, the girl. Like, in a relationship type of way or something else? Corey. Like something else. The girl. That's kind of messed up. I wasn't a toy. Corey. I know that. I just wasn't about to message you after a year and ask you to be my girlfriend. Damn. The girl. But I guess I was just a good F for you. Corey. When you said a relationship, I thought you meant I was just going to ask you out. The girl. Nah. I mean, Corey. I mean, you were about... Not all you were anyway. Don't matter. You're with someone. The girl. That's how it felt at the time. Even if I wasn't, I wouldn't let you again. When you did with you, what the fuck? Hang on. That's how I felt at the time. Even if I wasn't, I wouldn't let you in again. And when I did that with you, it's something I just don't do with anyone. Corey. You wouldn't have let me F again? Laugh out loud. The girl. No, I wouldn't. Dang, CoreyxKenshin, you laid down, shawty? This is exposing all Corey business. This boy ain't a goody two shoes. He going crazy on these hoes. Corey. I'm glad I'm in the same room. I don't F anyone double, bummer. Ooh, shit. The girl. The differences between me, you, and I thought is that I don't do it with just anyone because I was abused. I'm not saying for you to feel bad or whatever, but you too understand Corey. I know you told me that I didn't know I got lumped into the category with the person that did that. The girl, because I was being used for that. I guess that time when you told me how you felt was not too real. Oh shit. Damn, so he essayed her? Corey, it's over. It's over for this motherfucker. She leaking Xbox messages with this nigga, man. He's done. He's done. Hey, no more Five Nights at Freddy views for you. Them 10 million views is dropping. He is black. He's canceled. Do you hear yourself? You knew I survived SA. You knew how hard it was to feel safe in my own body. You used that as a leverage just to remind me how far you gotten. Threw it in my face like I shouldn't be flattered. Damn. You didn't want me. You didn't want to access the version of me who froze when things felt wrong. Who kept forgiving you because I thought love was supposed to hurt. Damn. When I pushed back, you got defenses. I don't know why I lumped into the category. F you. You put yourself there. You crossed the lines. You had no right. You knew exactly what you were doing. Damn, it's getting deep. Then you tried to backpedal like everything could be undone. If you called it a mistake, but it wasn't a mistake, it was you being you. Backpedal, you were never used for eggs. I need to make sure you understand that I love you. Like I said, I didn't have my S together. The girl, you love me? How is that possible? Let's keep going. Then you had the nerve to say, I loved you back. I just didn't have my S together. Really? You had the money, the platform, the fans, the house, the car, everything. You had everything to be to a decent human being, and you still chose to be careless with someone you claim to love. Damn. How did he not have this? He's the richest, one of the richest YouTubers on this planet. This motherfucker get 10 million views. He said he didn't have his shit together. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, if I was a bit, I would have posted the same shit. I didn't have my S together. Yeah, CoreyxKenshin. One of the biggest gaming channels ever. This shit is crazy though. I'm getting into this motherfucker. Damn. But I still showed up with the heart, with honesty, with care. I never used my kids as an excuse to mind F someone else. But I guess simply empathy does not hit the same when mirror pointed at you. Because if someone can say I loved you after they already destroyed you, what the F does that even mean? What the F does love even mean? My fault. And if anyone else is reading this, I want you to really ask yourself something. How would you feel? Would you keep making excuses for him? Would you still tell yourself it wasn't that bad? Because I did. I did it for a long time. I held everything while trying to help him up. Damn, this guy just don't give a fuck. This shit getting crazy. What makes it worse is how many people still praise you. How many people don't know who you really are. How many people built platforms just by orbiting yours. And while that was happening, someone else started happening to me. What would you do if a nurse called your name and the moment you sat down to stop making sense? Aggression. Stage 3 aggression. This is crazy. This man Corey is a manipulator? He just using people for X and shit? It's crazy, bro. You're staring at the doctor's mouth, but sound's already gone. No tears, just shot. Like your soul stepped out your body, left alone to hold the news. Heart slamming against your ribs, tunnel vision. Thoughts of collapsing under words like chemomenotory radiation. And outside, the pandemics make sure no one there to catch you. Damn, this bitch going in. She making paragraph essays for this motherfucker. It's serious. You're isolated, terrified. Too stunned to tell more than a handful of people because you barely believe yourself. You walk out knowing your life just shattered, and yet somehow you still have to keep walking. This is crazy. She going in. And these bitches slides long as hell. I reached out to people for comfort, but for closure. Because you were survived trauma like mine, you're forced to face the possibility that your story could end early. You do what you feel is right for your soul, whether anyone else understands it or not. So I reached out to you. I didn't want to reach out because I was weak. I did it because if your time was up, I wasn't talking to your unfurnished damage with me. And what did you say? That most passive aggressive cancer revealed ever. Laugh out loud. No. So she came to her trauma, and this nigga said this bullshit? Oh no, Corey. It's over. It's over. This nigga is done. He's done. That wasn't just cold. It was effing cruel. It hit harder than diagnosis itself. If it's the kind of cruelty comes easy, were they ever human at all? I lived when I came out the other side. I wasn't alone. I held by people who loved me with no agenda. That's what healing looks like. That's what love actually is. Like, he didn't even stand by her. He just broke her down even more. Said some fucked up shit. That's crazy. That was the moment I realized who you really were. That was the moment. You knew my effing story. You knew I already been through it. HELL. You watched my own mother go through it. You saw what it did to your own family. You felt what that word meant. The fear, the fight, the way it rips everything apart. And you still said it anyway. So what the F was your excuse? No question, no compassion, just a joke? He just said it, laugh out loud to our emotions and shit. Because anyone who witnessed your pain, you feel absolutely nothing. Was never someone with a soul being with heartless. Damn. Even after I cut the cord, I couldn't breathe because you weren't just a person I left behind. You were a name the internet wouldn't let me forget. You were still everyone's favorite post, and no one knew what it cost to me. Your fans kept showing up in my DMs, acting like they had insight, but they didn't know a damn thing. And of course, there was an end. She found me through your Xbox friendly, checked my phone, saw my IG in my bio, and followed me, but I didn't know that yet. Dang, bro. Just another gamer sliding in nothing strange at first. Then one day she posted you in her. And then something in me paused. Bro, this shit is getting deep, bro. Bro, this CoreyxKenshin shit is getting deep. It's getting deep. I like this shit, but it's fucking crazy. Nigga, this is CoreyxKenshin that we're reading. Allegations on this motherfucker. Out of all people, bro. CoreyxKenshin is the last person I would expect to get some allegations. And it's like, bro, on some real shit, I feel like there's no hope for nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's no hope for no one. Alright. So I asked, oh, you're a fan of Corey? She said, yeah. I said, I'm not. She followed up with me, why? It came off like a curious question, but maybe she knew more than she was letting on. But I wasn't about to assume. So I'm guessing she got in contact with one of the girls Corey was messing with. So I kept it short. We dated. It didn't work out. I didn't realize how she even found me until later. After that post of our conversation, something felt off. What was off? So I did some digging and saw she was following you on Xbox. What the fuck? That's when I clicked. She must have found me through Xbox. I didn't know how many others she did that with. At the time, she hadn't done anything weird. She seemed nice, just another follower showing support. We had light conversation, nothing alarming. She liked some posts, messaged her here and there. Okay. And when you're a creator, that kind of thing happens all the time. So I didn't overthink it. But the vibe was off. Like she was watching more than connecting. I didn't have proof, just a gut feeling, as I should have listened to it. This shit is getting very interesting. And I'm ready to see what CoreyxKenshin gonna say. He's viral on Twitter. He's trending on Twitter because this weird shit. So I'm guessing the girl got in contact with another girl that Corey was messing with, and they got into communication through Instagram DMs or Xbox DM. Then the anonymous IG account showed up. They started calling her out directly. At first, the way they worded it made it sound like I was a part of the problem too, but it wasn't the case. I messaged them directly to clear it up. They listened. They removed the part about me. That's when they clarified they weren't trying to come for me. They were trying to warn me. And they were calling in out. They didn't have the full story. They knew enough that you weren't good to me. And somehow in knew too. Before she even interacted with me, that's when things started to click. Damn. So the girl's name's N, I'm guessing. Because he wasn't new behavior. N had done this before. Turns out she had repetition in your space through I didn't know that then. I was assuming someone, especially you, might step in and shut the chaos down. The account eventually explained their full intent. They wanted the truth out about you, mostly about also about End. For the cruel manipulative she was doing in your community, inserting herself into the lives of the woman you were connecting to, digging, meddling, and twisting things. End messaged you directly, tried to paint out her own version of the story, one of where I was the problem in you. You were aware of what was happening. This shit is getting crazy. So what was okay? Let's just keep reading. But you never asked me what was going on. Never checked in. Never questioned why your name was suddenly tangled in a quiet drama. You were just washed out to unfold like nothing had to do with you. Not long after, one of your close friends, Brandon, someone who never acknowledged me, suddenly started watching my IG story like clockwork. Like he was a sign, like you were waiting to see if I finally speak. Oh shit, she's exposing the fuck out these niggas, man. No apology, no courage, just surveillance. And although I hate drama and this was never something I wanted to be a part of, especially when I was minding my own damn business, it started to feel like a sign of push I didn't ask for but maybe needed. And looking back, I'm grateful because of that. I met others, the other women you hurt. One by one, I got introduced to more of them. Women with stories, women with messages never sent, women who saw the same patterns. So he treat multiple women like shit? This is insane. The same affection when it came to benefit you. The same withdrawal when the emotions got real. The blame always shifted onto the other person. For the first time in a long time, the weight I've been dragging alone didn't feel so heavy anymore. We weren't alone. We weren't broken. Just convinced we were. They stayed quiet just like I did because they didn't think their voice would matter, because it was easier to carry the pain than explaining. But the pain doesn't need permission to be real. Maybe I was meant to be the one to speak until they're ready to. So there's multiple women. Okay. There's multiple women that Corey fucked with or went crazy with that's not even speaking. She's speaking because, oh wow, this is getting deep. They're not alone because everyone deserves that moment. The one where it's safe to exhale and to feel seen, to be heard. So remember, they're real. This story is to tell and they're protected until they're ready. So she just came out and just aired out all this nigga business. Cause, wow, he must really hurt this girl. It's crazy. It's like he don't care about emotions, none of that shit. Why speak now as the timing ever made truth more comfortable? Because I was tired of living like your name held more weight than my voice. Tired of wondering if I speaking would get me hurt or destroyed. Afraid of that second I said your name, people would start sending me and start labeling. That world would care more about protecting your reputation and healing what you did, while everything I built risks being overshadowed by you. Wow. This is crazy. So she was scared to say something because she felt like she would get a lot of hatred and she would feel like she was a clout chaser and things like that. So she just exposed the fuck out this nigga just because. Some people told me to stay quiet thinking it would be protect me, but that kind of bread still hurt because it made me feel like the world wasn't ready to hear the truth. And maybe it still isn't, but maybe there's still a side with you. But I'd rather hate it telling the truth than stay silent and protect your comfort or denial. This was never about revenge. This is about accountability. You were kindness in the public and cruelty in the private. Damn, so it's like behind closed doors, CoreyxKenshin is a fucked up person. In the public, he's a good guy. He's that Mario guy, but in the private, he's Bowser. That shit is insane, nigga. That shit is insane. Silence helped me get away with both. I'm done slowing my story so you can keep your fake reputation intact. Why did I leave? Because I was human. Because I wanted to believe he wasn't as cold as he acted. Because a part of me thought love meant fighting through the worst. People love to ask, why didn't you just leave? Like, they never clocked to the wrong person out of hope. Like, they never swallowed their own voice just to keep the peace. But they never asked, why did he make it so hard? Why did he keep coming back? Just enough to confuse me. Why did he never let me go, but never fully chose me either? Damn, so he kept going back to this girl, playing in her face. Then, this shit is fucked up. I didn't stay because I was weak. I stayed because I wanted to believe it would get better. Damn, bro. This is some real shit, though. What this girl's saying, y'all, it's some real shit. If people really do this shit, it's like they'll play with love. They'll act like they love you, play in your face, leave your ass, saying you ain't shit, then come back and say they want you again. So he played mind games with the girl. He didn't just break up with her. That's crazy. Because when you're constantly made to feel like you're the issue, you start to believe in pain is what you deserve. But I'm not that girl anymore. Even the soft girl snaps when they had enough. And I'm effing had enough. She had enough, obviously. She exposing all this nigga business. And behind all of that, life was effing heavy. I was dragging pain anybody could see, trying to survive as I couldn't even name. Let's get one thing straight. I didn't write this for you to believe me. I'm not here to ruin him. I'm not asking you to pick sides. I'm asking you to sit with the truth and even make you sick. He hurt people. He manipulated, discarded, and walked away clean every time. I'm not the first. I won't be the last. Unless someone fully says something, I didn't speak up for years. Not because I had nothing to say, but because I knew how this would treat women who speaking against men with status. I knew I'd be labeled bitter, jealous, unstable. I knew his fans would tear me down before they even tried to understand me, because I knew people would stop seeing only who I was connected to. Damn. You don't know me, but you don't know him either. You know the version he shows you, the one you want to believe. You weren't there, I was. So if you want to excuse him, go ahead. Damn. This shit getting deep. We know the fake Corey. We know that Mario Corey. Like I said, everybody knows that it's me, Mario, on the internet. But we don't know the CoreyxKenshin when he's in his real life. He ain't shit, it sounds like. This shit crazy. So if you want to excuse him, go ahead. But you're defending because you're not a part of it. You're not defending a good man. You're defending a mask. You can side with him. Just don't act surprised when more stories surface where you've been warned. He didn't just hurt me. He hurt many. Your loyalty to him doesn't make you brave. It makes you bitter. Wait, blind. To the girls still watching him with hearts in your eyes, thinking you be the exception because you're different, prettier, more understanding, more his type, you won't be. He doesn't need a better woman. He needs to become a better man, and he won't. You should be stunning, soft, loyal, everything he claims he wants, and he still won't stop what's coming. Damn, because he doesn't just hurt people. He mentally chips them away at them. He makes you question your worth, your memory, your tone, your reaction. That's not just the bad community. That's the emotional, mental abuse. Now ask yourself this. Would he stay if things got real messy, vulnerable, human? Would he show up when there's nothing in for him? Would he make you feel safe or just make you feel more comfortable? Would he be in your life if it fell apart tomorrow? Wow. This shit is crazy. This woman's going deep. You don't have to wait for proof. The red flag's already there. If you love yourself, leave now. Before you lose pieces of your mind, your heart, and your identity. Trying to decorate a man who was never meant to be held. Oh my God, she going in on this motherfucker, man. Oh my, because no version of yourself, not the strongest, most beautiful, most forgetting, can fix a man who's addicted to power over your soul. Find someone who doesn't destroy the people who love him. Bro, basically, she just went in on this motherfucker. There's nothing else to really read. So basically, what we got from all this shit was, bro, CoreyxKenshin ain't shit. He don't give a fuck. Like, he mentally abused women and shit. That's the truth. He got exposed. Well, he's fucked. I'll make sure y'all comment and subscribe. See y'all next video.